let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to say something but you stopped yourself because you thought, what if, like, they laugh at me? What if I say something stupid? What if they don't like me? What if I fail? What will people think? If you ever had those thoughts, congratulations, you are a human being because almost everyone experience self-doubt, even the people who look extremely confident from the outside, right? Yet still they do experience this. The difference isn't the confident people never experience doubt. The difference is they do not allow that doubt to make every decision for them. And that's something I want you to remember throughout today's podcast, okay? Or today's episode. Confidence doesn't mean you believe you will always succeed. Like, confidence means you believe you will be okay still if you don't succeed. That's just a complete different mindset, you need to have it. So, hello everyone, welcome back to the Road Dog Podcast. I'm Dr. MUKUND, as you already know by now. Welcome to the season 7, which I call personality development, and welcome to this episode 2, how to build self-confidence. Alright, let's just say confidence is actually built, not born. Keep that in mind. And now, with no further ado, we're gonna discuss how. Let's just talk about what is self-confidence in general, right? What is this? What is this thing called? What is self-confidence? What is? Yeah. So what exactly is this, right? In simple words, I'm gonna simplify it a lot. Self-confidence is your belief in your ability to handle a situation, make a decision, learn something, or face a challenge. It's basically telling yourself, I may not know everything, I may not be perfect, I may not even make a mistake, but I trust myself enough to give it a try, right? And that's what I call it a real confidence, Notice that confidence doesn't actually require any perfection. Excuse me. In fact, waiting until you are perfect before you become confident is one of the biggest worst traps that you can fall into. Because perfection doesn't come first. Action is the thing that comes first. Then experience, then improvement, and then eventually the confidence just builds. I'm going to give an example, my own. When I first created the podcast, I first started with only audio formatted podcast, right? Only for audio listeners. That was my core theme. And then eventually I switched to video format because everything is changing to video, right? So what I have done when I first began my journey, there are very few people that believed this is gonna work out. Yeah. I know on the surface everybody is like, yay, you are doing great, you are blah, blah. No. They just faded away after some time. But I am the only one person that believed in myself that I'm gonna do this no matter what. I'm gonna do this even if it's get difficult. I'm gonna do this even what are the situations right now. It doesn't matter. I just keep doing it. Now we are here, right? Yeah, I know this is still sort of a beginning kind of a thing. But if I still wait for, perfect time and stuff, I would not be in definitely I will not never be here. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But am I learning? 100%. I am learning every single time I make a podcast or I make an episode of it. I make all this. I learn a lot of things that comes along with it. And slowly I build this rhythm, a schedule, then improving one step at a time with these formats and editing and whatnot. Everything, every skill I am learning on my own. I'm not getting any help from anyone. I'm not asking for anyone to understand why I'm telling what I'm telling. But today, I can happily say that there are a lot of people actually listening to my podcast episodes, and I still get a lot of messages personally that they wanna hear about this episode or this topic or something like this, something like that, and so on and so forth. I know all these things sounds very dramatic, but me as a person who has seen everything in life at very young age, like everything, um, I have this sense of thing to give something out to the world that someone out there might desperately looking for answers in life, then it might help one day or another to someone that I have no idea of. And they can be literally sitting somewhere different world altogether and different time zones and different situations, and I'm glad it's helping it out as and it's turning the way I intended to. That's I love it. And you will not believe, you know what's the time now? The dedication I will show it to you. Don't worry. Now the time is literally 12:27 a.m. I know you cannot see this because it looks flip side, right? It's 12:27 a.m. and this is the time I am recording this. Think about the dedication I am invested to spend the time, yeah? What do I get from it? Absolutely nothing. But I know one day all these things I'm doing is gonna definitely pay off, and it can change someone's life out there for sure. One day, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but one day definitely I think this is gonna help someone out there. That I know because that's the whole concept of it. But while you're doing it, how many people are actually supporting you? Absolutely no one, zero. And I am the only person who is just clapping for myself, who is just supporting myself, who is just appreciating myself for doing and keeping the efforts to do what I want to do. As simple as that. I'm taking the action instead of thinking too much. I hope you understood why I gave my life as an example to you. All you gotta do is stop thinking for a while and start doing it. Keep it in an action format. Things will slowly, you will understand, things will slowly change in your favor, and whole world gonna notice what you're doing. Someday, definitely that's gonna happen. Now, let's talk about a common thing, confidence versus arrogance. There is another important distinction about this. Both sounds good, but both are not the same thing. A confident person can say like, I know what I'm good at. And an arrogant person will say like, I am better than everyone else. A confident person can admit the fact that I don't know, right? But an arrogant person pretends to know everything. We have seen that, right? A confident person can accept criticism, but an arrogant person will become defensive when someone disagrees with them. A confident person doesn't need to be constantly prove their worth because they already know their worth. And that's why genuine confidence is usually quiet. It doesn't need any announcement or it doesn't need any grand things or anything. It doesn't need any validation from everyone around too. Some people, about me, I'm gonna share a little bit. Some people really think I'm arrogant too. And what do you need to do in that such cases? Because if a person, whoever that is judging me based on whatever knowledge they know or whatever they are going through and whatnot, because if you are not at the same realm of how I am thinking, what I am thinking, and how I am doing things, and what I am dealing in life, you really don't know whether I am really confident or I'm arrogant to begin with. Because whenever I talk about something, that can be anything. You must, by now, if you heard my previous everything that I have done, episodes, seasons, whatever we call it, everything came from my experience, not from illusion or delusion or just a random. If I don't know something, I even told I don't know. I don't know what it is, I don't know. I even ask you people to comment down and let me know if you know something about that. I am that open in everything. And that's the actual reason why I'm telling. Sometimes people will mistakenly think you are arrogant. It's completely fine. You gotta know your worth. You gotta move on. Because I feel being mistaken is much better than being underconfident. You know? Being underconfident is like worst thing. Because you know why? You might be wrong. Sure. But because of your underconfidence, you did not even say it out what you wanna say in the first place. Whether you are right or wrong is secondary. But someone who knows they are 100% wrong, but yet they say it out, look confident or be confident about whatever they are telling, they still win the game, man. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, to me, if you ask me, being confident and arrogant is much, much better than being underconfident. That's my personal opinion, okay? It might be controversial, but that's what I think. Alright, now let's talk about why do we lose confidence in general. So if confidence is so important, why do many people struggle with it? There are so many reasons. One of the biggest one I'm gonna say is comparison. Yeah, that's when we look at somebody else's life or their career or their body, their relationships, their money, achievements, their social media posts, the most important one, and then we all compare all of that. And with our own behind the scenes, that's not even a fair comparison. When you're comparing your entire life to somebody else's highlight reel and social media made this even worse. You see someone like me, for example, if you see someone like me traveling or someone like me buying a new car or someone else getting married, someone got promoted, someone became successful, and suddenly you start thinking like, what I'm doing with my life? I'm doing everything I could, but I'm not able to, you know, get where that other person, blah blah blah. But remember, guys, you don't know their complete story. You don't know their failures. You don't know their financial situation. You don't know their struggles. You don't know what happens when the camera is turned off, Now stop using someone else's timeline to judge your own progress. I'm gonna give you a great example, okay? I just bought a car very recently, alright? And when I bought my car, I just felt the happiness for like maybe a week. After that, I did not connect to that much, and this is my one of the favorite car, okay? Then guess what happened? After a few days, few months later, couple of months, I guess, if I'm not wrong, same car, the updated version has been released. And all the features I wanted is actually there in the updated version. Now, I looked at my car and I'm like, what? I'm a tech guy, by the way, I like the tech. And then I went like, what the hell? I should have waited for a couple of more months? Or should I have bought it? I mean, somehow I lost the connectivity. Gone. Now, it's like just staying in the garage. That's it. That excitement is no more after a couple of weeks. I still love the car, by the way. I still love the car. I still love to drive it around. I do all those things, but there is this constant voice in my mind that is saying like, I should have waited for a couple of more months so that I would have got the best one possible. I'm still happy, but if there are levels to the happiness, I like this level of happiness, the pinnacle of it. I am like here, happy, but not satisfied. I hope you get it. If you're a car enthusiast or vehicle enthusiast, you get my point. But yeah, and then what I did was after a month or so, after 2-3 months or so, then what I have done was I'm still using my motorcycle. I still love it, man. I use my Dominar 400 from 2023 version. This is 2026, by the way. And to this day, I still love this motorcycle a lot, and I still use it till today. Like for everything. I think that's one of the most satisfying purchase that I have made, and I'm not even looking to upgrade to anything, including Dominar, right? I'm not even interested to update to 2026 version, even though I can and I easily can afford that. But my core thing went like this, If I buy it, it's gonna just stay in the garage, just like that. After maybe a month or so, I might lose interest of it. So then I realized, nah, I'm not upgrading. If I'm gonna upgrade to BMW 1300 GS option 719. Yeah, that's my final update. I have mentally fixed my mind. I do not want to test out anything else in between. I just gonna jump from 400cc to 1300cc because back in the day while I stayed in the abroad, I have used almost all motorcycles, all CCs, everything that existed back then, including 1250 GS and stuff. All these things. If you don't understand these biking terms and stuff, I get it. You can correlate with whatever you feel comfortable with. But now I'm gonna upgrade to 1300 GS sooner or later. I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll take a year. I'm gonna wait for a year or maybe a couple of years, but definitely it's there down the line. I'm gonna buy it for sure. That's locked in my mind already. And the reason why I do not want to buy it earlier is very simple because I still like my Dominar 400. I'm almost hitting 40,000 kilometers on that. It still looks like brand new. That's how I maintained it. So it's still performing like a gem. I still love it. I still love it. That's one of a kind, I'm not gonna sell it. I thought probably I should sell it for a long time. Then I just realized, no, I'm not selling it. Uh, Previously, I had plans to go abroad, but unfortunately, I cancelled it for various other reasons. But now, I'm not gonna upgrade, no matter what. No matter what, I'm not going to upgrade to anything anymore. Direct BMB, that's it. 1300 GS option 719. That's it. That's gonna happen sooner or later. I'm gonna buy it. See? 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 Why I'm telling you all these things is, even though you have all the resources and everything, I mean, if I ask my parents, they will buy it right now. But no, I wanna buy the things I wanna buy and experience the things I wanna experience with my own efforts, not someone else's. That includes my family as well. And that's exactly the reason why, whether life gets difficult, this and that, I just wanna buy using my own. That's my goal. That, yeah, I mean, if I wanted to buy it before buying Dominar 400, I would have bought that. Yeah, my family is more than happy to do that. But I said no. I'm gonna buy it. It will take time. Let it take time. It's gonna take a year. Okay, let it be. It's gonna take 2 years. Okay, let it be. What's wrong with it? Nothing. I'm not losing anything. I'm gonna buy it anyways. That's the confidence I have in myself. That's the whole point I'm trying to tell. And you should have that level of confidence in yourself too. Whether someone believes in you or not is secondary. You need to believe in yourself no matter what. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Because when things get difficult, no one's gonna be there. No one's gonna be there. The only person gonna be is you. So, my dear friend, remember that for your life. Okay? The only person that's gonna responsible for achieving your dreams and goals is gonna be you. So if you don't believe in yourself, then you will be underconfident no matter what. That's why I tell many times in this episode, be confident or even arrogant. That's even fine. You will learn in the process. But do not ever be underconfident, or do not talk about yourself negatively or down. Because there are so many factors, so many things that goes out of your control that we cannot do anything much. But it's your duty to pick yourself up whenever things go wrong. Take your time, pick yourself up, try again. Then doing it again and again and again build slowly the confidence you need. That's why you have to believe in yourself and be confident. Now, let's talk about this thing, Stop waiting for validation, right? Stop that. You have to stop it right now, right away. Because, take me as an example, I stopped taking validation from everyone. The reason is very simple. If you take suggestions from everyone has something to tell. And whatever you want to tell to the world will be compensated, or it's just filtered out. So many opinions get entered and you will get confused. What you want to tell is not going to be there anymore. You are just grasping other people's opinions and ideas, and the whole thing about my podcast comes from within and everything that I experience in life. Along the way, I learn few things, I unlearn few things, I learn from other people, I unlearn a lot from other people, and all those things happens. But everything comes purely from my perspective, my thoughts, me as a thing, as a person, using all the medical background that I have and every experience I had in life. All those things comes into the play and I give you a suggestion, right? And that is the reason why everyone has a different opinions. That's completely fine, but you don't need to seek that level of validation from everyone. Some people will agree with you, some people don't, and that's completely fine. You don't need to, you don't need to get applaud from everything that comes out of your mouth is a gold, right? It's not. Maybe sometimes you are wrong, maybe sometimes I am wrong. I'm fine with that. If I am wrong, then I'm happy to learn from you all. If you comment down, maybe there are other things you can try it out, or this can be done in this and that, and all those things. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why? I will learn from you all. I have no problem with it. So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. I hope you're getting my point. Yeah. So yeah, the first secret of everything, keep promises to yourself. Now let's get literally practical. How do you actually build confidence? The first thing is surprisingly simple. Keep promise to yourself. If you tell yourself, I am going to wake up at 6 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. If you say, I'm going to exercise today, then exercise. If you say, I'm going to finish this project, finish it. Every time you make a promise to yourself and keep it, you build something called self-trust. And that's very, very, very important. And that self-trust slowly builds self-confidence. Yep, think about that. Think about that. If you constantly tell yourself you are going to do something and then repeatedly you don't do it, eventually your brain will stop believing you. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone should believe you in the first place? Right? Some things when consistently follow through, something changes. You start thinking, I said I do it and I did it. That's a very powerful thing, people. You need to understand this. Anyone hearing this, I'm gonna repeat this one more time, or watching this, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. When you consistently follow through, something changes the way you think. Then your brain will start thinking like, I said I will do it and I did it. That's the most powerful thing. And you don't need huge promises at all. Start very incredibly small, like drink enough water, go for a walk, read like 10 pages or 1 page, whatever you wanted, finish one task, clean your room, go to gym, sleep on time. Small wins create evidence, and evidence create confidence. That's the same thing I am using in my life right now. You have no idea how difficult the things went south. Literally everything went south in my life. Yet, I told myself, I committed to record my podcast and I'm gonna publish this every Tuesday 6 p.m. I'm gonna get it done. No matter what. No matter what. I'm gonna get it done. That's it. And that's why I told you the time is 12:49 a.m. right now. And I'm still going it, I'm still doing it. Because I said something, I'm gonna do that. If I don't take that much seriously, I'm not. That is the reason why I started this channel to prove myself first that I'm gonna do it, make impossible things possible, one step at a time. We're gonna do this. Alright? Now, that's why my whole life I put it on public platform for everyone to get what I'm trying to tell. Right? And yeah, let's talk about stop trying to be perfect at everything. The second thing, you have to stop waiting for perfection. Like, take me as an example. You want to start a YouTube channel? I just started it. That's it. I know my starting videos are terrible. I know that. I started with no resources, nothing. Just a camera and just start recording. No editing, nothing. I just did it, and improving every single day. You want to start and you will get there one day. So, you want to start YouTube channel? Just start. You want to start learning public speaking? Then do it. You want to start exercising? Just do it what you can. You want to learn a new skill? Then learn. Be a beginner, no problem. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing I'll start when I'm ready. That's the wrong thing. That's where the problem is actually. You rarely feel ready before doing something difficult, including me. So, anytime, no matter what, if I said I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. There is no second thoughts. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I will do it. By doing it, I have created, like, I did my first video, not great. I did my second video, a little bit better. I did my third, even better. It applies to everything. Yeah, if you check my YouTube channel, everything I'm building, rebuilding from scratch. Everything. So that's the thing. Your first workout, I have not even started working out. It's been almost 7 months since Malaysia trip. Now I'm gonna restart it. From today, I'm going to gym. I'm restarting my life again. You gotta do it. Everything is difficult, my friend. Everything is difficult. You gotta do it no matter what. You might wanna start your first business idea. Maybe you're gonna fail, you lose money. Your first attempt at anything may look embarrassing. That's very normal. You are not supposed to be amazing at something you have never done before. Keep that in mind. Give yourself permission to be a beginner and start learning. Like I am learning from scratch everything that I am doing right now. I have no guidance. I have no mentors, nothing whatsoever. I'm trying it, failing it, learning from it. I'm doing it again and again, learning from it. I'm doing it again. I'm repeating the process. I'm enjoying everything I'm doing. And that's the rhythm I'm following. Yeah, you get it? Same way. Follow that. You'll reach everything you want to reach in your life. Now, let's talk about build competence. Not just confidence alone. Okay? Here is another important. You cannot simply stand in front of a mirror every morning and say, I am amazing and I expect your confidence to magically up. No, that won't help. Positive thinking can help till certain extent, but confidence also comes from competence. If you want to become confident at public speaking, practice public speaking. If you want to become confident at your profession, improve your knowledge and skills. If you want to become confident financially, learn about money. If you want to become confident physically, take care of your body. Confidence grows when your brain has evidence with what you are doing, that you are capable of doing. So instead of just asking how can I feel more confident, sometimes what skill I need to improve, because competence creates confidence naturally. You gotta get that, because your brain always looks for the evidence, So when you attach an evidence, your brain will be like, it will naturally help you out. Naturally. That happens naturally. Yeah. Now, let's talk about, this is very, very important. Now, I'm gonna talk about this. Learn to handle failure. Yeah, this is even more important. Learn to handle failure. One of the most biggest confidence killers, failure. Yeah, many people think if I fail, it means I'm not good enough. Nope. Failure means one attempt didn't produce the result you wanted. That's it. That's it. Nothing much. Imagine you ride a motorcycle. You wouldn't expect to become an expert rider on your first day, isn't it? You learn, you make mistakes, you adjust, you practice, and eventually you become better. That's how life works. The same way with everything. Instead of asking why I'm such a failure, ask what did I experience? Or what did this experience teach me? That's a small change in your language can completely change how you respond to failure. Don't make failure your identity, my dear friend. Make it an information point or a data point. That's gonna help you a lot, and you can change everything just like that. Right? So, yep. Let's talk about body language and confidence. Your body language, because your posture, your eye contact, facial expressions, and voice can influence how really others perceive us in general, isn't it? Whether we agree it or not, that's the truth. But they can also influence how you feel in general. So, like, stand upright if you are standing. Keep your shoulders pretty much relaxed. Look at my shoulders right now. They are pretty much relaxed. Make a reasonable eye contact. The one I am doing right now. Right? Speak clearly. Do not rush every sentence. And most importantly, don't constantly apologize for even existing. Okay? I saw this a lot. It irritates me a lot. They constantly apologize for something they didn't do anything. They are like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. You're like, why? Yeah, not necessary that much. But you get the idea, right? So basically, you don't need to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. But remember, confident doesn't mean dominating every conversation. Sometimes confidence is simply sitting quietly, listening, and knowing you don't have to prove anything to anyone in general. That's more than enough to begin with, right? Let that sink in for a while. Now, let's just talk about this thing. Stop fearing other people's opinions. Right? Here is something I want you to think about. Most people are thinking about themselves. Okay? They are always thinking about their own problems, their own opinions, their own career, their own relationships, their own insecurities. Yet, we often behave as though the entire world is like literally watching us. They are not. You make a mistake while speaking. People move on. You upload something and someone doesn't like it. They move on. You wear something someone doesn't like. They move on. You try something new and fail. They move on. And eventually, you should too. Don't allow a 5-minute embarrassment to literally control the next 5 years of your life. Let that completely sink in. Alright? Now, let's talk about the confidence loop. Okay? Let's talk about that. Here is a simple formula I'd like you to remember. Right? I know life gets very heavy every now and then and we all deviate. But remember this. Action gives you experience. Experience makes you competent. That gives you self-trust. That gives you confidence. Keep these 5 things in mind. I'm gonna repeat it. Action, experience, competence, self-trust, confidence. You take action, you gain experience, you become more competent, you start trusting yourself, and eventually confidence naturally grows. And that's why confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build through action. You don't need to feel confident before you start. Just start and let confidence catch up with you. It will. It always will. You do it. Just do it. Just do it. You are having a difficult day. You are having a bad day. You are having a worse day. Just do it. Do it. Keep smiling and just do it, do it, do it. And eventually you will get there. Now, I'm gonna give you a small, simple 7-day confidence challenge kind of a thing, okay? So, now, I'm gonna make this very, 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 very practical, right? So, for the next 7 days, I want you to do one small thing every day, right? Day 1, make one small promise to yourself and keep it. Day 2, do something you have been avoiding. Day 3, speak to someone new. Even a simple conversation works. Day 4, spend 1 hour learning a new skill. Day 5, do something alone, like go for a walk, have a coffee, visit somewhere, whatever feels slightly outside your comfort zone. Right? Now, day 6, write down 3 things you are good at. Not the things you wish you are good at, okay? But you're really, really good at. Things you are genuinely good at. Okay? You will know. You know that. Now, day 7. Look back at the week and ask yourself, what did I do this week that old version of me would have avoided? That's where you will start seeing the real progress. Yes, let that get into your mind properly. That's when you will see like, okay, this is my whole week progress. Now just imagine if we continue doing it for a month and then for few months and then years. And then it compounds, and then you will not even recognize yourself. Your old version and the new version, you're gonna love your new version, no matter what. So try it out and let me know in the comments section, okay? And before we finish, I want you to leave you with one thought. You actually don't need to become the loudest person in the room. You don't need to be the most attractive person either. You don't need to have the most expensive clothes. You don't need the biggest bank account either. You don't need thousands of followers too. And definitely you don't need everyone's approval. You simply need to trust yourself enough to keep moving forward. Because real confidence isn't, I know I'll succeed. Real confidence is whatever happens, I'll learn, I'll adapt, and I'll keep going. That's the confidence. And that's something every one of us can build. It is possible to build. So, if you are currently struggling with self-confidence, don't hate yourself for it. Don't compare yourself to someone else, and don't expect yourself to transform overnight either. Okay? Start small, keep promises to yourself, learn new skills, take action, accept mistakes, and slowly build evidence that you can trust yourself. Because confidence isn't something you are simply born with. Confidence is actually a skill, and like every skill, it can be developed, right? It can be developed. So, thank you so much for joining me for episode 2 of season 7 of this beautiful thing called personality development. If you really enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs a little bit of confidence boost today. And don't forget to follow Dr. Mukund the Road Doc podcast on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible. And we are expanding into more as well. So in the next episode, we are going to talk something that goes hand in hand with confidence. Yeah, I'm gonna reveal the title here anyways. Next episode is gonna be something related to communication skills. How to speak clearly and effectively, something like that, okay? Until then, take care, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep becoming a better version of yourself. I'll see you in the next episode, alright? Bye, take care.